Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. I am Death from Above. Today I want to talk about what you watching, or what am I watching? Not what you watching. Well, what you watching? What you guys watching? What's your favorite show on television right now? Favorite show on Amazon Prime? Favorite show on Netflix? Whatever. What's your favorite show to watch right now? Now, me personally, I don't usually watch television. I watch movies. I like to go to the movie theater. I don't really care about watching movies at home. I watch kids shows because my kids are watching them. But I really only ever watch movies and sports, and movies in the theater, not really at home, and sports sometimes. It's actually become very rare lately just because I can't get to them. So unless it's an event like a big UFC like the Conor McGregor fight last weekend or something like that, I don't really get into it. I play video games. I don't watch TV. So when a show catches me, it's either extremely good or it's extremely entertaining. And a show has caught me, and I wanted to share that with you guys and see what you think. And ask you, what are you watching? So the show is Westworld, if you couldn't tell from the title. I'm definitely gotten into the show Westworld. It was a show, it's on HBO, and I love Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones is one show that I will watch. I've read all the books. I've watched all the episodes. I like Game of Thrones. It's a show to me that I enjoy. Westworld is filling that gap right now while Game of Thrones is gone. Because Game of Thrones is going to be a while before it comes back, and it's only got 2 seasons left. So Game of Thrones may or may not be here much longer. Well, it won't, actually. So Westworld, I don't know how long it's planned to run. This is the first season, but it is hitting the nail on the head as far as entertaining me, keeping me mentally entertained, not just visually and as far as fun-wise, but it asks a lot of questions in non-frustrating ways, and it's enjoyable. It's an enjoyable show for me to watch because it challenges me in ways that I like to be challenged with a TV show, and it doesn't challenge me in ways that I don't like. So Westworld is a show about, I guess it's in the future. It doesn't really explain it, but it's a show about the Wild West. But everybody in the Wild West is an android. They've been placed there by a company that created these artificially intelligent androids that are like humans that live out the Wild West, and you can come. It's like a theme park. You come in, you pay your money, and I'm sure it's extremely expensive, and you can have a Wild West adventure. There's all sorts of things involved, and that's the general idea of the quote-unquote park of Westworld. Now, that is not the plot of the show. The plot of the show revolves around the people that run the park, the people that are in the park, and some of the, they call them hosts, not androids, but hosts. So some of the hosts, because there's all sorts of things at play. Anthony Hopkins is in it. He is one of the creators of the park. He's one of the original creators of the hosts. And he's oh my gosh, I love Anthony Hopkins. I've watched him for a long time. I loved him in Silence of the Lambs. Anything Anthony Hopkins, I'm like, yes, do your creepy man thing, Anthony Hopkins, and I will love you for it. So he's in there, and he's playing. You don't know if he's a good guy or a bad guy yet. So I'm gonna try not to give away any plot points or spoilers in this, but I'm gonna talk about how I think about some of the things, and just the general feel of the show and what I like. So if you're worried about spoilers and you've gotten this far, I'm not gonna spoil anything, but it's just really, really good. So Anthony Hopkins is in there. He's playing stuff. There's people in the park that it's following that you kind of get invested with, and then there's hosts that you get invested with, and then there's people that work for the company that work on the hosts that you get invested with, and there's plenty of opportunity for twists, turns, and just interesting happenings, because the way this is working, you can't really rely on anybody to be anything, because there are so many hosts and they're so lifelike. It's like, well, what if he's not really a person? Or, what if this is happening because of this? And then the questions are endless. And so but you don't have, it's a weird kind of emotional disconnect you have from the hosts, because a lot of them are main feature characters of the show too, and they die a lot, but they bring them back. Like, they die, they just fix them, they send them back out. So you are invested with that character or that host, but you're not emotionally damaged when they get killed, injured, maimed, or whatever, because you're like, well, they'll be back later. So it's very, very interesting, the dynamic that it plays on the viewer. But one of the main reasons I knew I would like this show is it's written by Jonathan Nolan and someone else, but Jonathan Nolan is the name I recognized. And he is Christopher Nolan's brother, who is the director of such films as The Dark Knight and The Dark Knight Rises, and what's that movie with Leonardo DiCaprio, Inception, the movie There's one movie he did a long time ago that I recognized him, that I initially recognized him for, Memento. I love that movie. Go watch that movie if you haven't seen it yet. But his brother, Jonathan Nolan, is the writer, and he and his brother have written all of his movies, I believe, or most of them. So there's a close connection there. So Jonathan Nolan is writing and producing the show, and so I was like, it's gonna have a good plot. It's gonna be entertaining. I'm gonna like it. So I just dug right in. I was like, let's watch it. Let's see how we do. And it's become a go-to show for me. So I'm really enjoying it. And that's kind of my idea. I might start doing a weekly recap of each episode. I don't know. That could be fun. Have a little Westworld on the Mondays, because it comes on Sunday nights. Have a little Westworld on the Monday or something. Let me know if you guys would like that. We could sit here and talk about Westworld in the comments or whatever. But what are you watching right now? What shows do you think would be excellent? I have seen Stranger Things. Stranger Things is amazing. I'm just thinking of the shows I've watched recently: Game of Thrones, Stranger Things, Westworld. I can get into a show where you have all of the episodes and you can just watch them straight through. I can get into that. I don't like waiting. I know Westworld is still coming out, but I know what I'm going to get and when I'm going to get it. So that's what I'm watching. What about you guys? What are you watching? Let me know in the comments. And what do you think about the television? I know I just play video games mostly sometimes, but I like it, the Westworld. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Let me know what you think. Leave a like if you enjoyed this. Subscribe if you want to see more. And until then, I'm Death from Above, and I will see you later. See you, bye.